kind of fool am I? Or did I lie? What kind of fool am I? Did Jesse lie? What? Oh, hello, by Sirwalterj Jones Show. I'm here. It is the evening edition. David, how y'all is? Come on in. The water is okay. The water's fine. The water's fine. I'll talk about Jesse. Jesse? Let's talk about Jesse to see if we can get some things straight. I don't know. How did your own I did my own investigation, brother. I did my own investigating, and well, I think there's a couple of things here that I want y'all to pay close attention to in this Jesse story. All right, some things I want you to see. Here it is. I'm already laughing. This is a test of the emergency broadcast system. This is only a test. Okay, y'all know, if I'm going to go live, I'm going to take it another way so that maybe you can see the bigger picture of what's happening here. Okay? The Jesse story is a test. All right? It's a test of the emergency broadcast system. Darnell? Now, what is that? In every home, I think in every home in America, there was a boop that went or that went across your TV screen to let you know that this is just a test. Yeah, I know it's Jussie, but I'm pronouncing it Jesse because I don't sound right. I don't feel right saying Jussie. I don't feel right. I don't feel right, Gabrina. I don't feel right. And I ain't a pastor either. I don't feel right. Okay, so the test went across your screen and on the radio to inform you that our system is working. And in case there was a real thing, then another thing was going to come on the TV and tell you where to go. Jesse lied, or allegedly. Okay, Gabrina. I can't even say your name right. All right, I'm trying to break it down, Carol. All right, so, a whole bunch of stuff. When he told this story, a whole bunch of stuff happened. Number one, what it did was, it caused many of you who have the gift of discernment to wake up. Yes, it did. Yeah, it did. It caused many of you who have this gift bubbling up inside. It woke up in you. Yes, it did. Some of you knew day one that there was something wrong with his story. How did you know? It didn't take an investigative degree. You didn't go to the police academy. You didn't join the FBI. There was something in you that said, something's not right, and I need you to tap into your gifts, because many of y'all got gifts out there. Blessings to you, Bonner. Many of you have gifts out there. Blessings to you, Frank. And you're not using it properly. You're only using it for television. Can you not use your gift for good? Okay? Can you please tap into this gift a little more often? Hook up, going bad. Yeah. Use it a little more so that you could, ladies especially, know when your man is cheating. When he got some kind of STD, look into his bloodstream, his DNA. Okay, when he lying on the taxes and all that. Okay, brothers, use your gift when your wife, your woman, your girlfriend is lying on you in bed at night when she goes and you know she lying, and she lied, she faked it. All right, this your wife. Okay, I'm talking about your wife. Okay. You know it, but you ignore it. You tell her stop lying. I'm trying to tell. I know. Y'all know I go there and I don't care what y'all say. Tap into your gifts so you know what's going on in your children's lives. You stay out of my house and tap into yours, and your kid, your daughter sneaking out the window at night and going to get her some. But you over here in my house wondering what my daughter's doing. Now, tap into your own gift. I'm going somewhere with here. I'm trying to tell y'all I'm going somewhere here. So your gifts woke up. Jussie woke up y'all gifts. Now, I don't get it. I don't understand why y'all not using it for good. All right, number 2. This is the test. See, the Lord showed me some things that's going to happen in 2019, and I've been trying to post this, but I don't know if God should I post this? Because people are not going to understand it. God said, post it, let the people know, let them know what's going on in 2019. What y'all saw here is just a test of a bigger thing that's getting ready to happen. There's a whole lot of people getting ready to die this year. Folk, you're going to see today, they're going to be gone. Not tomorrow, they're going to be gone tonight. All right, this whole Trump thing and the whole lying that we see in his administration is a test of a bigger picture. Okay? A test of a bigger picture God is allowing. I'm trying to tell y'all, you better listen to the prophet. God, his permissive will is allowing these men and women to tell fables and doctrines of devils and these lies, okay, because you all have itching ears. You all have itching ears, and you're following all kind of doctrines and demons and witches, all right, and Jezebels and deception, all right, and these liars, you're following them, and it doesn't take a president to lie. You're following the little small lies. It's the little foxes that destroy the crop, and you're ignoring the foxes, saying that's a cute fox. Oh, this is just a cute little foxy poo, and that little fox grow big enough, all right, not in size, but in deed. You see? Y'all are so caught up in these reality shows that it becomes law. It becomes a part of your life. It becomes a part of your family. So these people on Empire become a part of your family. You Christians who are watching these shows, they become a part of who you are, and you begin to emulate them in real world situations. You begin to emulate them in your family. You take it to church on Sunday, and you emulate them in their speech, in their cliches, okay? You emulate their music. Their musicians are playing their music in the churches. We emulate them, and God is setting you up. He's setting you up. So the lie of Smollett, or whatever his name is nothing. It's just a test. Because why is that young one man, what happened to him or what didn't happen to him, why was it so big? Why was it so elevated? If it had happened to me, it would not have gone across the world. There are other actors who that could have happened to. It would not have been such a big deal. The Lord allowed this to happen through this man. Why? Because he represents a few things in your lives. Oh, I'm trying to tell you, the Lord is telling me to go this way. Oh, man. See, it's not about Jussie. Jussie? It ain't about Jussie Smollett. You see, I don't think, I need y'all to see, I keep reminding you from the Lord God Almighty. This is not about Jussie. It's about you. Trump and all of his lying and his administration, his whole administration, lie in our faces. Okay? But it ain't about Trump and all his liars. It's about you. It's about how you are affected. God is testing and trying you. All right? So Jussie ain't saying nothing. The Chicago police have already contacted him, and he and his lawyer ain't saying nothing. Jussie ain't saying nothing other than, I guarantee you, he's going to hold on to this story of his. Yes, he is. He's going to hold on to it as long as he can until he is proven incorrect. Now, you cannot come to the city of Chicago, especially in Streeterville. For any of you live in the city of Chicago, you cannot walk up and down Streeterville, nowhere up north, and not be seen by cameras. You can't. Notice how they marked his every move. They marked his every move is captured on camera. Every move. I have people in the police department who I'm in contact with. Okay, I have them all over the place. I was blessed to be a part of this. I was directing a CPD choir, the Chicago Police Department's choir. All right, I was the only civilian in this choir, where I was designated to train them how to sing. And they would come to choir rehearsal packing with the billy clubs and their spray and their guns, and when they walk in there, okay, all these men and women, just hardcore police. And I walk in there and say, hey, hey, quiet. And they shut up. I say, have a seat. They sit down. I said, stand. And they stand. I say, march in a single file in a line. They march. I said, sopranos, you sing this note. Hey, quiet, I'm talking. Okay, Brother Jones. Okay, Sirwalterj. How is it possible that I had all this power to walk into this room where white and black and Hispanic cops, okay, but humbled themselves before me? Because there is a gift that God has put in you, and the world's supposed to stand still when you walk in the room and salute you. Why? Because the Spirit of God is on you, and they can do nothing but fear. They respect you like E.F. Hutton, all right? Many of you are not walking in that type of light. I've walked in some of the worst gang-affiliated places. I just walked through them. I have no fear. I just walked through them. I said, all right, young man, okay, that's enough. What? Ho, 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 ho. I said, that's enough. All right. Why? Because there's something in me that they see. The Spirit of God's supposed to wake up in y'all. Wake up. Waketh thou up. The spirit of authority is real. I'm trying to tell y'all, okay? So your discernment's supposed to have kicked in when these things happen. And some of y'all got it right. Most of y'all got it wrong. Now, what happens here? This young man is a part of the LGBT community, okay? He's an openly gay homosexual man. So what did he do? He put a block on them. I mean, y'all already gave them a block, okay? All right? He made the gay community look really bad. They were marching on his behalf. They were picketing here in Chicago on his behalf. You understand what I'm saying? He made them look really bad. Number two, he made black people look really bad. Yes. Number three, he made the MAGA hat people wearing really bad. Number four, he made Empire, the director, the producers, and the co-workers look really bad. Number 5, I can't keep up. He made Chicago, especially that area of Streeterville, look really bad, which caused the people who live in Streeterville to be scared and nervous and frightened that this is going to happen to them. There are black people who live in Streeterville. I drive up and down Streeterville. I go there to eat, y'all. And then even myself was like, oh God, no, man, don't do this. So 5, he made that area look really bad. Number 6, he calls the police department, people who should be on the job, coming to your house because somebody broke in your house and somebody then carjacked you or broke in your car. Your kids is not found. There's an Amber Alert. He calls all these police and investigators and all these people to go looking and investigating and spending all those hundreds of hours for this one fool. Number 6. You see how many people he affected? Number 7, the media. All right, they stopped programming. They interrupted this and interrupt that for this fool to talk about something that happened to him allegedly. Number 7. You see how many people are affected, and it went all across the country and if not the world because one man said what he said. This is the test of the emergency broadcast system. This is only a test. And the only thing that can happen to him right now, well, not the only thing, several things can happen to him. Obstruction of justice. Number 1, that is a crime. Making false statements, that's a crime. Accessory after the fact is a crime. Perjury, lying to police, if you're under oath, that's a crime, okay? And so he could really find himself in a horrible situation. They're going to have to pull him off of Empire. There's no way they can allow him to go back to work, all right? This is all alleged, all right? I'm still waiting on his story. I'm still giving him the benefit of the doubt to tell your side of the story. Even if you sprinkle some lies here and there, tell your side of your lying story, Jesse, and so that we can see what was going on with you. There are some people in history who have been showing us, who have showed us in history that they got some issues going on up here in the nugget right here. I look at O.J. Simpson, who I know lied. I know he lied. He got away with murder. That statement, getting away with murder, he literally, O.J. got away with murder. Use y'all gift, y'all. He got away, but what happened with O.J. caused the same thing that happened with Jussie, him. It's a race thing. He said that the MAGA hat people put a rope around him and sprayed him with something. I can't remember what it was, all right? All this stuff. So what did it do? He wanted to cause an uprising. And what he did was the same thing that serial killers do, copycat people do, those who incite riots, those who are of the Aryan nation, those who are Hitler folks, those who are of the alt-right, okay? Those who take those tinker, what do you call those things? Those light things in the back where y'all barbecue, what they call those things with the blowtorch? Okay, those people, they like to cause something to happen. Bleach. They like to cause something to happen and then blame an entire race of people on it so that they can cause a race riot. That little boy who went into the South Carolina's church, that all-black church, what was it, the AME, CME, what was it, African American, something, maybe AME, and he went in there and shot up all those people. It was 9 people, but he says, I'm going to leave you alive, because he wanted to cause a race riot, a race war. Tiki torches, thank you. That's what he wanted to do. Well, Jussie, he, in a way, was trying to cause, maybe unconsciously, a race war, allegedly. Okay? Remember Ted Bundy? Remember Casey Anthony, who killed her 2-year-old? All right? Well, allegedly. George Zimmerman, who shot Trayvon Martin and lied his way out of the courts. Scott Peterson, who I believe killed his wife. Well, he had a couple wives, maybe 3 of them. Timothy McVeigh. All these cases here, they are horrible. They are embedded into the indelible books of American history, okay? But I look at some of the stories where we see a person lied and they got in trouble. We can't look at them the same way. Remember when Little Kim, Little Kim when she was black then. She's not black anymore. But Little Kim lied about this gunfight. You remember that? Marion Jones, remember the runner, the sprinter, or whatever you call that, the 2000 Olympics. Remember her? She won the Olympics. That little thingy, but found out she was pumping herself. She was pumping the iron. What steroids? What they call that? The drug? Something enhancement drugs. Okay, remember her? Mark Furman, who was on the stand, and they said that he was using the word. The N-word. The N-word is nigger. And he was calling folk nigger. And they said, I ain't do that. I ain't never called a nigger a nigger. Okay? Well, Mark Furman. That one right there. Linda Chamberlain Cretan. I think that's the name. Cretan. Bears Bolton. Hold on, brother. You may have to rewind this. Linda Chamberlain Cretan. Remember? She said, a dingo ate my baby. Y'all remember that? Even Seinfeld kind of teased her about that. She said, a dingo ate my baby. But she wound up being the one who killed her children. Y'all remember that story right there? Susan Smith, 1995, drowned her 2 sons and said, 2 niggas carjacked me and took my babies and then they found the babies. Oh, Lord. Oh, man, I can't do it. Remember Jeffrey Fry, about his name? In 2006, went on the Oprah Winfrey Show. She took his book, A Million Little Pieces, and put it into Oprah's book club. Remember that? And then come to find out on a live interview, he done lied this. He lied about that story. He lied about this story, and she ate him up on the air. Y'all remember Jeffrey Fry? Remember that? Well, I did some research here. And y'all know that Sirwalterj Jones is all about history and psychology. Yeah, read my book. It's on Amazon called The 4 Women That Men Desire. It's on Amazon right now. Go there and buy the book, and you can hear some of the stuff that you're dealing with through my eyes, your husband's eyes, your father's eyes, your nephew's eyes, your son's eyes, the stranger, the boss eyes, the pastor's eyes. All ladies, please buy the book, The 4 Men That Women, desire. No, The 4 Women That Men Desire. And you're going to see Jussie in there. Yeah, you are. There you are. There is a thing called blame a black man syndrome. I'm trying to tell y'all. Y'all didn't know that existed? Yes, it does. There's a syndrome that's called blame a black man syndrome. Jussie did the reverse. All right? But this is the blame the black man syndrome. Yep. November 19th, they talked about Men's Day. Is an opportunity to raise awareness about issues faced by marginalized men. All right, this is a great article from Psychology Today. As a group, black men remain hugely underprivileged. In fact, their life expectancy remains much lower than the national average, and they go on. Okay, I'm trying to slow down, Melissa, but I'm hungry. Okay, so he says, I learned a considerable amount about issues faced by black men while working as an honorary faculty member at Howard University. And he says, blame a black man syndrome describes a common tendency to falsely accuse a black man of a crime or misconduct. It can take 2 forms. First, it can refer to generic racial hoaxes, where an accuser blames an imaginary black man for a non-existing crime. Yes, y'all. Famous examples include Susan Smith, I mentioned earlier, who alleged that the black man, I mentioned all that. Number 2, it can involve accusations against a named but innocent black man. Famous examples include football player Brian Banks, who spent 5 years in prison for a rape he did not commit. Another is Patrick Lumumba, whose life was ruined when Amanda Knox falsely accused him of murder. Y'all remember all of that? Yep, that's a syndrome. And this man did the reverse of blame a black man syndrome. It's a real thing. I ain't even know it myself. Y'all know the other disorder is personality disorder. A person who with a personality disorder thinks and feels and behaves or relates to others very differently than the average person. All right, there are several types of personality disorders. Okay, symptoms vary. A person with borderline disorder tends to have disturbed ways of thinking, impulse behavior, and problem controlling their emotions. All right, this could be some type of personality disorder. All right, y'all saying, no, how could he be such a prolific actor, songwriter? I think he's a photographer. How can he have all of these things on his resume? Born in 1982, Jussie. Okay, a singer, director, photographer, child actor. 1987, he starred in commercials and films. The Mighty Ducks. 1992, Rob Reiner's North movie in 1994. Okay, let's see, and talked about Empire, and it goes on and on. How could someone like this have this type of what he really is? He can be like a functioning alcoholic. I know several alcoholics. They're alcoholics, but they function quite well. There are people at your church who are mentally ill. They have mental dysfunctions. They have cognitive declines, but they still clap on the 2 and the 4. They still sing on key. They still can put their hand behind the ear. They still are mentally ill. Oh, what are you saying? That's any human. That's any human walking the planet has a personality disorder. That's so true. Many extreme talented people have personality disorders. Look at the men and women who committed suicide, who were actors on our TVs. Look at Robin Williams, who took his life. In this, okay, some say it was an accident. No, he took his life. Look at the SNL characters who lost their lives. Look at Love, Peace, and Don Cornelius, who took his life. All right, these people did not show signs per se. You had to be tapped in to your anointing, to your gift, to know that something's wrong. The mothers back in the day in church used to say, brother, come here. Something's going on with you. No, mother, I'm fine. No, something's going on with you. Come here, baby. And she take her oil and she go to laying hands on you. In the name of Jesus, come out of this man. All right? Because they was tapped in to the Lord. Today, y'all ain't tapped in as much. Don't understand. So this Jussie Smollett, he hired the attorney Michael Manico to represent him. Y'all know who Michael Manico is representing as well? He's representing that guy. He's representing Michael, what's his name, who got in trouble. He was Donald Trump's right-hand man, security man, okay? And he now got, waiting on his time, okay? Michael, what's his name? Michael Cohen or something like that? How ironic is this story? So Jussie tells his story. The police find that his story might be fabricated, and he paid these two brothers to do this to him. And there's cameras everywhere in Chicago. Michael Flynn, thank you, Tommy. Okay, wait, is it Flynn? That is two Michaels. Okay, there's a Michael Cohen, ain't it, Tommy? Okay, and all this stuff, and then he said it was a MAGA people who had, it was racial slurs. Okay, and then he gonna hire the same lawyer. On the same, not Michael Avenatti. Michael Avenatti is the lawyer, Pitts. Okay, y'all give me the right name. All right. Okay, so, but there is another disorder I want y'all to see here that maybe you're not familiar with. Maybe you are. Okay, there are five. I love Psychology Today because they give us some things about, of course, mental disorder. Then they talk about there are 5 reasons we do the blame game, okay? And they talk about, number 1, blame is an excellent defense mechanism. Mueller, no, Brian, not Mueller. Do y'all watch the TV? Do y'all watch the news? Is Michael Cohen, I believe it is. Y'all don't watch the news? Y'all putting up, somebody said Stephen Colbert. Can y'all watch the news a little bit more? Okay. It's a defense mechanism to blame someone for something. Number 2, blame is a tool we use when we're in attack mode. Number 3, we're not very good at figuring out the causes of other people's behavior or even our own. So what do? We blame others. Number 4, it's easier to blame someone else than to accept responsibility. I'm trying to tell y'all something's going on in this man's life. Or something's going on that lot at Empire. Number 5, people lie. People lie. You don't have to have a mental illness to lie. And I think the Mental Institute, the diagnostic manuals, DSM, I think it's number 5 right now. I think sometimes they overly analyze some people like they did your children who they put in special classes. They put in remedial or whatever they call these classrooms or what have you. Some of y'all kids, they put the helmet on them and put them on the short yellow bus and knowing good and well they didn't know, but there's nothing wrong with the child. The child is just a little hyper. That's all. There's nothing wrong with this child. But they put these children in these rooms, and now because we have better technology, we have better ways of determining and testing and what have you, we're realizing that we put these kids and let these kids be raised up all their lives thinking that there was something wrong with them. There was nothing really wrong with them. They just needed some counseling, some talking to, or their home life needed to be altered just a little bit. Because when they have tested for this thing called ACE, adverse childhood experience is what it's called, they realized that they did not test black children. They only test white kids, okay? But they didn't test the black children, the black families, to find out why is it that this child is acting this way. Well, this kid saw a shooting on the street, all right? He saw molestation, or he saw something happening in his neighborhood, in some of the worst neighborhoods in the city, in Chicago or St. Louis or Memphis or gosh, Omaha, Nebraska, some of the worst places, in L.A., okay, where you see this kind of crime, all right, these children are seeing this happen and PTSD sets in, but their kid is not tested, nor are any grief counselors given to a child who saw a guy shot in the street. You understand what I'm saying? So black children go through life, become black men like myself, and then they marry you and they take y'all through hell because this was not dealt with when they were younger. I talk about this in volume 6 of my series, The Men's Chronicles, A Woman's Guide to Men. Shameless plug. No, it ain't shameless. It's my show. All right, so these are some of the symptoms. Now, I'm not saying that Jussie Smollett is mentally ill. He could have lied on purpose because he was lonely. He might have been dealing with some type of depression, or he's looking for attention. There's some people who are looking for attention and they're not getting or receiving the attention, so they come up with this scheme. All right, and there's a little boy in all men, and sometimes grown men do childish things to get their attention. Well, when a man is grown now, the childish attribute that he have can turn into a very deadly thing because now he has money, he has power, he has persuasion, all right? Donald Trump, we call him a man boy. He acts like a child, but that makes him extremely dangerous because he's the most powerful man in the world, in the free world. So you have a child running your country. He is extremely dangerous, and they're trying their best to try to get him not to put his finger on the codes of the football that's carried. Wherever he go, there's a football carried with him, and in that bag, he have the power to press some buttons, or he know the codes. And anyway, I did that show. All right, he's extremely dangerous. So when you have somebody like Jussie, all right, who has that much type of persuasion over America, which he do, because what? He's America's sweetheart. The story of openly gay men, especially, they become America's sweetheart. Look at the football player. Remember the football player who won, who got this contract with one of the teams, and he was with he was a black guy, and he had his white lover, and the news was at his house, and he got the phone call that he got the contract for whatever team it was, and then he kissing his white lover on the TV, and it disgusted many of us. But what happened? He became the sweetheart of America. Michael Sam, thank you, Jason. He became the sweetheart of America to the point where, who called him? Anybody remember who called him? Jason, remember who called? I'm talking about not the call that he got at the house from the team. Who else called him to congratulate him for being brave and bold? And they honored him. All right. Anybody know? Anybody know? Can I know Facebook a little slow, but who of big? Thank you, Jason. Obama. Now, I think it was his wife. I don't think he called him. I think Michelle called him. Michelle called him. You see? Why? Because today, when you come out gay and you have that type of popularity, you become the sweetheart of America. Jussie is the sweetheart of America. So when this thing happened to him allegedly, it caused people to feel, when I saw this feeling for him, I said, oh my God, oh no, this is a test. I heard it. I heard it in my spirit. I said, this is a test of the emergency broadcast system. This is only a test. Man. And the plot will continue to thicken. Sit back, y'all. You see, when these stories go forth on social media and on TV, notice I'm quiet on a lot of them. I don't say nothing. Sheila, When y'all see that Sirwalterj Jones ain't saying nothing about these big popular things that happen, whether there's scandal or something, when I'm quiet, you know. I know something. I know something. And if I don't know something, I'm patient. I'm waiting. You see, the impatient people are the ones who always run with the crowd. You're in with the in crowd. And then you're going to get trampled over like everybody else. Yeah, I reserved my feeling because I knew it was such a silly story. Come on, the actor. So I said, uh-oh. And people inbox me and say, are you going to say something about this? I said, no. Well, when you going to say something? When I'm ready. Nope, I ain't saying nothing. There's a syndrome called the Munchausen syndrome. It's spelled, and I could be pronouncing it wrong. I'm still studying psychology, so I don't know where Mama Jag is. Joyce, my Mama Joyce, she might come later on, but she's helping me out. The Munchausen syndrome, Munchausen, Munchausen syndrome. Again, I could be saying it wrong. Now, I've studied this syndrome years ago, and this could be possibly a case with this young man or not. But here's what it is. It's a factitious disease. Yes, we're diagnosing him, Ebony. Yes. And believe it or not, those of you in the psychology world, you have every right to diagnose someone and they don't have to be in the room. Ask me how I know? Yeah, Demona said I'm saying it wrong. Yeah, I'm saying it wrong, but it sounds like it. Munchausen disease. It sounds like something you eat. Okay? Barry Goldwater of the 1960s was weird. Say Housen. Oh, Housen. Okay. Say Housen. But where do I say it, Demone? Huh? Where do I say Housen? Housen. Munchausen? What do I say? How do I say it? Munchausen. Thank you. Daddy Ledbetter. Thank you. Munchausen. Thank you. I knew I was saying it wrong. I said, this don't sound right. Munchausen. That sounds like something on Sesame Street. Barry Goldwater was diagnosed over the TV by psychologists, which changed. Okay, Ebony, I didn't say he had that. Stop playing with me. I didn't say he had that. Which changed the whole fabric and changed the rules in psychology, because people were trying to diagnose him from home or from their offices. Okay, now they changed it back where you literally can, because I still believe that Donald Trump has a social disorder. All right, he's not a psychopath. He's a sociopath. All right, so this disorder is a mental disorder which person repeatedly and deliberately acts as if he or she has a physical or mental illness when he or she is not really sick. Okay? So this syndrome is considered a mental illness because it is associated with severe emotional difficulties. So Ebony, you say he don't. What if I said he do? Who got the degree here? You got a degree? Because I ain't got one. Not in that area. Yep. Uh-oh, somebody here, y'all. What they saying? It didn't make sense. But you couldn't say anything about it without being harshly judged. Why? Yep. Why don't people use common sense? Ask questions. How about that, Carmen Davis? Carmen. Okay. Now, this housing disease, named for Baron von Munchausen, okay? Munchausen, okay? An 18th century German officer who was known for embellishing the stories of his life and experiences. He embellished his stories. Is the most severe type of factitious disorder. And most of the symptoms in people with this syndrome are related to physical illness symptoms such as chest pains, stomach problems, fever, rather than mental disorder. And that's the people who have what they call psychosomatic. Okay, they're not sick, but they feel that they're sick, which causes them to be sick. Yep, Good sense is not common. Come on, Dr. Ledbetter. Where you been? I missed you. Although this syndrome usually refers to a factitious disorder with mostly physical symptoms, the term is sometimes used to refer to factitious disorders in general. In this article, it refers to the types of factitious disorders with mostly physical symptoms. All right, so I won't read the article. All right. So there's something going on with the brother. He's either a pathological liar or he had a moment. And he had a great idea. He figured he'd do this to gain sympathy. Okay? On America for him. And he pulled all these people in and it harmed everybody. So he's got a mental illness or he don't. One of the two. But you see, it really don't matter. All these minutes I've been using and showing y'all on what could be happening to him, it's not about him. All right? As I close, it ain't about him. It's about you. Now, sometimes parents, particularly females, will hurt their own children so that they get sympathy for having a sick child. That case is called that one, by proxy. I'm trying to tell y'all, I know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to tell y'all, I may not be able to talk. I may not be able to pronounce my words, enunciate properly, but let me tell you, it don't matter. People come over and listen to me, even though I may talk like, I ain't gonna say his name, man. I ain't gonna say Willie Wilson. Okay, all right. I may talk like Willie Wilson sometime and slur and I sound like a country bumpkin, but Willie Wilson is a multi-millionaire. You think he care about what y'all say about how he talking? And he running for mayor, and the top 5 runner-ups. You know, like 20 people that ran for mayor. Willie Wilson is number 5. You think he care about how he slur his words? So I may be wrong in my tongues, what have you, but I just wrote a book which is getting ready to be a #1 bestseller. I'm prophesying, all right? It's on Amazon.com, and the people are bombarding me saying, it's about time, and they're buying it up like hotcakes, okay? Amazon I ain't gonna see that money for a while because I'm a new author. You know, Amazon be holding on to that money. Hold on. But you know what I'm saying? I wrote a whole book, 136 pages. I must know something. Okay, and everybody who read the book said they read it in one setting and they couldn't put it down. They read 136 pages in one night. They said, I couldn't put it down. So I didn't slur no words in that book. Oh, thank God for Tennille Jackson who helped me with the editing. You got to have somebody in your life who can say, hey, bruh, that word is not sow, it's so. All right. Demo says, I think what Jussie may have lied. This kind of attack is very real all around the country. Why don't we put this kind of energy in anxious research when a woman, a white woman, says she's been raped? I think you. Well, first of all, Demo, I mentioned that at the beginning of my show. Yeah, I talked about that already. That's a real syndrome. It's called blame a black man syndrome. Yes. And we do get a little upset with that. But anyway. Okay. No, he's not. His family spoke on his behalf. What are you saying? Who are you talking to? Is it true that he is estranged from his family? Oh, I don't know. Ebony Ward knows more about him than anybody. Sheila, I love you. You're my heart. Thank you. No nobody else love me on here but you. Sheila Nunes. Did I say it right? Nunes? Did I say it right? Because if I didn't, call me and straighten me out. Okay? All right. I didn't want to go long. I know I did, though. Let's see. What time is it? Oh, 44 minutes. Lord have mercy. All right. I closed my notes and bowed my head. So, listen. I don't know his family. At least I would say it's praying time. Yes, it is. I think it's sad all the way around. Yes, it is. His sister made a statement on Facebook, Ebony Ward. Ooh, everybody gonna come out. I love you, D-Monet, too. Even though I like to say your name. D-Monet Seraphim. Seraphim and cherubim live together. Wait, that's the wrong song. All right, I gotta go, y'all. when Beatrice said good night, that means good night. I was expecting Demetri Pitts to say it first. But Beatrice said it, so I gotta go. I love you, Dottie. Dottie, love you. All right. If you're on YouTube, hi. How y'all is? All right. I love y'all. And go ahead, put the thumbs down if you like. If you don't want to put a thumbs down, well, put them thumbs up then. Go ahead. I see them thumbs. Go ahead, y'all. I love y'all too. And thank you for congratulating me on the book today. Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. Hey, the 39 of y'all that's left, you can go to Amazon.com right now and buy the book. I've come to find out that there's only one Sirwalterj Jones that's an author on Amazon. Did y'all not know that? Huh? Did y'all not know that? There's only one Sirwalterj Jones that's an author on Amazon. Look at God. Ain't but one. So you put my name in there, ain't but one author with that name. It's going to pop up. Yep. The 4 women that men desire. Get your book right now. Go to Amazon.com. Let me know in the inbox that you bought it, and I just might give you a gift. Here. Bye-bye. You can blow your nose with it. Bye-bye.